Hi all. Right, back with more Enemy Action Kharkov German Solo. This is part 70. Now, I'm up to date. I've watched everything. So, any more mistakes that you find will not be ones that I spotted. Well, up until this point anyway. I did point out a couple of things. Was there not a couple of things to talk about? I might have kept a couple of notes here. Yeah, picked a couple of notes, remember, and try to take these two units away from this road. I think I've talked about it before. And that would ruin a supply trace for this unit and this unit actually. So they need to be able to trace on this road through that junction. So we need Soviet units left there for them to be able to get their supply. How much longer that'll need to be, possibly not that much longer, because Kharkov may well be in trouble next turn. Yeah, whether it'll be there next turn, that unit or not, I don't know. Yeah, I also talked about, I'm not sure about this one actually. I think it was maybe this unit. And what I'd done was, he was able to move adjacent to Kharkov, but he bounced back. He adjusted back with 9.22. And my conclusion to that was he wouldn't have been able to move at all. So that he would have ended up staying in that hex and just settling. Well, actually, he wouldn't have done that exactly, would it? He just wouldn't have moved. Well, no, he would have though, Grant, wouldn't he? So I'm not sure about that one. Would he have been still classed as moved? I can't remember what movement method it was. I think it was moving adjacent to the VP hex. And then he would move adjacent. Actually, no, it couldn't have been that hex, could it? It must have been here again I was talking about. Yeah, it must have been here, and whether he moved there and then moved back, adjusted back. It must have been there, because this is not adjacent to the German unit here, so... Anyway, I don't think he could actually make the move, because if he made the move and was able, and 9.25 said he was going to stay in this hex, then he wouldn't have been able to, because that would have stopped the supply trace. So I don't think so. I'll put a wee comment in the header for that one, wherever that was. That was part 64, I think. Yeah, and the last bit I've got noted here is talking at the beginning of part 68 about, I remember sort of talking about the fact that, now we've got to remember we can't move into a hex that's not able to trace supply. And I said, and I wasn't sure if it applied to advance after combat or not. I said, oh well, I'll look at it at the time. And then went right through. I was probably a bit hyped up about how these combats had went. They went pretty well. Well, this one a wee bit annoying, just hung on there with sitting with D2 with the first chip pool as well. However, I then proceeded to advance after combat, not considering the fact that, and I believe that is right. I believe it does involve, because I just read it recently. I think it's maybe just in movement somewhere. German movement supply trace limits, 10.5, page 29. German unit can't enter its movement or advance after combat in a hex from which it can't trace supply. And there's the exception of if it starts that way, it'll move into a hex that can trace supply if it can. But we'll get to that bit if ever. So my initial, because I hummed and hawed a little bit about what I was doing, and my initial move, I advanced 2 hexes into here. Now, although I was following the path of retreat, there was no issues with going from zone of control to zone of control. But, however, if I just moved, I think I moved the unit from here, 1, 2, and there was nothing left in here at the time, that would have been illegal. Now, I could have done it. I still could have done it, because as long as I put a unit in here, and then a unit in there, I can still trace supply through the units. So I still would have found a way of being able to sort of say, right, okay, let's just say I've done it the right round the other way. As it turns out, I ended up just leaving them as they are there, so they are okay. But need to keep that in mind as well. Couple of things that I was looking at. Yeah. One thing that I got kind of like excited about the fact that this unit had moved out here and he was blocking this road, and there's some of these units down here. These dispersed units, I think I want to say this guy down here is in trouble too. Would have been in trouble, I think, maybe. Yeah, I think this guy too, although no, he could probably go up the other side right enough. Anyway, yeah, I thought, oh, this guy's going to stop their supply trace on this road. However, he's out of supply just now, and he's just about to go isolated because he cannot trace supply himself. Yeah, there's no, he can't, Grant, he can't. There's not any roads that he can jump onto to get a supply trace. So he's going to go isolated and then does not exert a zone of control. Now, if he'd been on the road, that would have still worked because they can't trace through the unit even if it's isolated. However, there's no zone of control from him in here or here when he's isolated, so they can... There's not a problem, you know, so, yeah, and at first I thought, oh, that's good, that. The other one I'd looked at when I was just watching back in some footage before these two units moved. Now these 6 army units were over here somewhere, and we had this unit in here. Now I think he was still his 2 strength side, and yeah, you know what? I totally regret making that replacement point. That was just a waste of a 3rd corps activation, or it was just a waste of that card, and I might have done if I, yeah, it was a bit of laziness as well. I just wanted to sort of say, well, I'll just do that just now and we'll see what the last cards are. But yeah, that was a mistake. However, I also realised that before these units came down here, I looked at see if I'd made a move into this hex here, which I could have reached. Not now, right? But I could have at the time, and probably at the time when I went and made the replacement point. Well, actually, maybe not, with the 2 units not down by then. Anyway, I think there would have been a chance for me to make this move, and I think that unit up there, it blocks this road. So all this stuff down here that I was talking about, yeah, they can't go up through that way. That would have blocked this road for supply. In fact, no, wait now, was it not? It was this hex I could have reached, that one there. And that blocked that coming down and that coming up. So I looked at it and thought, oh, wow, that would have been a really good hex to move into. And now, however, I would have been moving a hex that couldn't trace supply. But you know what? I probably couldn't trace supply from where I was. Yeah, I maybe could have. Yeah, I can, because he can still trace supply from where he is, isn't he? Ah, well, there you go. I might not have been able to do that after all. Well, that makes me feel a bit better. Okay. Right, and one other thing I want to talk about. One of the points Michael picked up a while back, actually, and I forgot all about it. And this was another one, a mistake. Whether it ended up being a mistake or not, but I talked about it wrongly. And it was, and I know I should know this, and I know I've played this way before, whether it was in the Soviet Solo or whether it was maybe just an enemy match or them, but it's the same rules. Now, he did quote the rule. Right, hang on. Right, sorry, I got dragged away, but I took the opportunity there to go and, because I had a feeling Michael had quoted the rule that it's 10.4 on second last paragraph, he says. And it's when you're, and I'm annoyed at this one because I know this one and I've used it before. Well, the second last paragraph says, well, I'll tell you what it's about. It's about stacking units. So 10.4 is stacking units on page 29. The second last paragraph says, a Soviet unit may end its move in an overstacked situation as long as it is obvious that the other active units in the hex, which have not yet moved, will be leaving the hex when they move, thus correcting the overstack by the time the movement step of the activation is complete. I'm so annoyed I missed that one because that's been something that I've been aware of before, and well, it was, I can't even remember what part it was he was talking about. It must be back in the 30s somewhere. I don't know. I want to say it was around this area, but it could have been anywhere. And I recall, looking at a unit and saying, all right, that's annoying, because he would move there because this other unit's going to move out. And even me saying that, it didn't register with me, and I didn't make the move. At least I don't. Yeah, so it may have well been a mistake, right enough. Then, if the way I'm thinking about it now, I think I might have not moved the unit because of that. So again, I can't go back and do anything about that now. But hopefully that'll stick. I mean, like I say, quite surprised that that didn't click with me, because I've definitely put that into effect before. So there we have it. Anyway, right, I think that's all for now. So yeah, well, it's our last impulse, and it should be a good one. It should be quite fun. It's going to play this, and we're going to activate the 40th core again. Turns out, we were set in our ways at first about activating third core twice, and it turns out that it's not been third core, it's been 40 core. But after a lot of thinking, I know the last few parts have been a lot of me, my mind grinding away and working out what I want to do, and I realise that's maybe been a bit too much, and I should be pausing a bit more again. I'm maybe getting carried away with things, but well, it is what it is. Like I say, the main reason for this is for me enjoying my game, so if it means some of you have got to fast forward past some of that, then well, that's how it has to be, I suppose. Okay, so yes, we're going to do that, and yes, we're going to activate 40 core. Now, all the units are up that way. I'm not quite sure, 100% sure how I'm going about this, but just after watching that last part, which wasn't that long ago I watched it, I talked about not attacking this guy, which I think makes sense. Get this guy out of supply. He's a strong unit. Obviously, we're taking the city. Try and finish this guy off. He's only 1 strength and he's dispersed, and hopefully have a go at this guy. Now, I'm not quite sure where he would retreat to, but it would be nice if he went retreat, and then we would be able to advance into here, I think. And I think that would be pretty good. We'd probably have these guys surrounded too. Because remember, we're coming into here and we're going to attack here. So, I mean, even if we got that guy retreating just 1, I think the reason I say 2 is because this crossroads would be nice. I think I mentioned that already. It looks like it'd be a nice hex to grab. It's maybe not quite relevant to supply trace at the moment, but But you know what? Either or, even if we get that guy moving back once. So okay, so I think that's the plan. Now we've no other cards, so we've not got any combat tactics to apply. So we've just got what we've got. So let's get these units activated. And we're activating 40 core. Sorry, I mean this is a first Panzer Army card, but that option is activate all units in 1 First Panzer Army core. There was talk about the next part is the option to try and Kampf group it, but I wouldn't grab any more. I mean, I could put it here and still grab the same amount of units, but I wouldn't grab any extra units, so it doesn't make any difference. Whether I could have planned that better or not, I'm not so sure I could, really. Well, this unit had moved down from here, so he could have maybe stayed there and activated with that, but I don't know what good that would have done, really. I don't think it would have mattered. Right, one thing that was on my mind with this. Now, when does this garrison come away? Is it when these units all become active? Because, I mean, my thinking is yes. As soon as I've done that, that's all my units active. So I think these garrisons can go away now. But it could be, I don't think it is, but it could be the fact that I've then got to sort of say, right, I'm activating this unit, that comes off, then I've got to actually move this unit. Because what I'd probably like to do, and it might not matter here, to be honest, but I'd probably like to advance, because we're moving adjacent to the... What I'm trying to say here is the first unit that enters here has got to stop, and I'd prefer it being an infantry unit. However, the fact this dispersed unit's up here anyway, it's not going to matter. We're going to have to stop anyway, aren't we? Yeah, that's true. Well, let's see how it words that then. Yeah, it might actually be, the word done on page 45, 15.3, remove all garrisons. Garrison markers are also removed when a supplied, undispersed German unit begins its activation adjacent to the marker. So, if I'm about to begin this guy's activation, that garrison will come away. Can I then sort of say, well, okay, I'm not going to actually activate this guy, and then I'm now going to do that? That sounds like that's a bit no. So, it might well be that you've got to do it in that order. So it's got to be one of these units that removes the garrison, and then they've got to then make their movement, or not move at all, I suppose. But I could be wrong with that. It could be a case that all the units activate, then we take garrison. To be honest, that's what I was going to do. I was just going to say, right, take this garrison away, take this garrison away. So, maybe it is like that. And maybe then I can just say, right, and then I'm going to move this infantry unit into this town. I don't know. Does it give you any better information on that, maybe? Hang on. Well, actually, the sequence of play... Does it even have it in the back there? No, that's not. Yeah. If conducting activation command, do so in this order. Soviet garrison removal. So hang on. Let's see in the rulebook. During an impulse, you may put a card to activate the on-map German unit specified the card's activation command. Active undispersed units perform actions in the following sequence. Step 1, starting game turn 4, remove all Soviet garrisons adjacent to active supplied undispersed units. Then all active units may move. Yeah, no, that is right then. Yeah, sorry, that might sound like I'm sounding a bit like I've just played the game for the first, well, you know what, this is my first game. First game of the German Soul anyway. But you know what I mean, I should know this. So, okay, these units are active, this garrison goes away, and this garrison goes away. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure that's how I've done it before. I guess I was just, wondering, because of the city thing, the town about having to stop. So now I can actually move the infantry in there if I wanted first. Right, I just need to carefully, what I'd be better doing is pausing this and trying to work out what is the best way to do this. Well, in actual fact, there's nothing can happen. Well, no, I can flank. That's what I do. I want to move this unit around to here to flank. And then we have a 12 to 2 attack, 6 to 1 attack with, this is a 3-step unit, so 4 chip pools. 4 chip pools at 6 to 1. That's not bad. Okay, he's going to get to draw a combat tactic, so we've got to keep our fingers crossed for that, because again, reinforced battle could spoil the party, and, well, some other things too. Reinforced battle would probably be the worst again. So, well, in actual fact then, Grant, can we not... This is the unit we're going to move, isn't it? Yeah, it will be. So 1, 2 braking zone of control. And yeah, we can't go 3, 4, 5 like I wanted to because we're moving adjacent to this garrison. So that was a bit frustrating. And you know what? There was that other thought. And look at this. Why did I not take the chance on that? Oh no, I wouldn't have went away yet though. That's right, because we were only having the one activation. Yeah, because I was looking back thinking, just move that guy up, Grant. Move him up adjacent to that garrison. It's taking a bit of a risk though, because, you know, I know we've got this guy here and we've got a couple of guys in here, and we know nothing's going to happen through the end of the turn here, but it's still a little, I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit, because I mean there's nothing further down, it's all German stuff down here, so the risk is only coming from here, and we've got a couple of units in there, so I probably could have left that town, to be honest. Anyway, well that's done now, so so that wouldn't matter. So all we can do with this guy is get the flank situation, which is worthwhile. 1, 2, 3 into there. These guys are not going to move. We're going to attack there. But before we do that, we need to work out what's happening here exactly. Yeah, okay. Right, well let's get an infantry unit in and take the city to start with. So this guy moves 1 and then 2 straight into the city, Slavansk. We take back Slavansk. The Soviets lose 2 victory points down to 17. So yeah, we could. Oh no, can I? Can I push all the armoured into there? I think I can. Yeah, because he can go out and in. So 1, 2, because he's breaking zone of control, crossing a minor river. So that's 1, 2, 3 into here. I don't suppose we can get further round, can we? This looks kind of horrible, this, doesn't it? So that would be 1, 2 broken, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the woods, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to happen. 1, 2, ooh. Yeah, I'm just actually realising if we do take that guy out and get a 2 hex advance, we're adjacent to Izium as well. Which wouldn't be horrible. Yeah, so I think that guy goes into there. Yeah, and I'm going to put the other 2 units in here as well. So I'm going to put unit 6 down below. Yeah, just keep all these together. So that's going to be 4, 8, 11. Well, we can have 14 against 1 that's dispersed, which is probably overkill, but, well, yeah, it is overkill, I would think. You never know, I suppose. And then the last 2 infantry units, do I just move them down? Obviously need to put something in here. I think probably just move them both down, yeah. Because we don't need more strength in here, I don't feel. So yeah, I'm just going to move these 2 guys across the minor river. Just locking that guy in place. Yeah, and yeah, things could end up really quite sweet here if it all goes to plan. I mean, if we eliminate this guy and this guy, I expect to eliminate this. Maybe not so much. Well, not really that. But even if we got him retreating 1 hex, even we advance into there. These get eliminated. We advance 1 unit into there. Advance into there, surrounding there, and we're going to finish the turn in style. Yeah. So, I mean, I know it looks like I could have a go at this guy, and probably have a go at this guy, but I mean, why bother? Let's get him out of supply. Then he doesn't get to play a combat tactic. We get a hit reduced to ourselves. We get an extra chip pool. You know. I mean, and in all honesty, the start of the next turn, if we're going to be sitting adjacent to Izium, if I draw a blue card in my hand, it's the first thing I'm going to want to do. However, as we've noticed as we went through this turn, this whole turn's been about first Panzer Army and Corps Rouse. It has been nothing to do with 4th Panzer Army. So their roles are going to reverse. We're going to have very little Corps Rouse in 1st Panzer Army. Obviously you get the primary cards, but I'm going to let you see. However, we are getting, we get these 2 cards coming in as well. So there is a chance of that 57 Corps card and the Field Marshal. Well, we're going to get the Field Marshal because just found out that's a primary card, which is very nice. Yes. Okay, so I think that's our movement. I don't see the need to do anything else. Oh, wait. Wait, Grant. I've left these guys surrounded, unable to trace supply. So, does that mean I can't move that guy then? Well, I was at the rule there just now. Where was it, the movement? German movement supply trace. Well, that's... German unit can't end its movement or advance after combat in a hex from which it can't trace supply. This one applies only during German activations, not when checking German proximity at other times. Right, so... Well, I think that's okay. I think I can move that unit then, yeah? Yeah, it feels like I still can make that move because it just talks about the unit itself. However, I might not want to take that risk because then these guys will be out of supply. If we don't budge this guy, well, hang on though. Surely we're going to get a unit. Well, maybe not. Yeah, because I could advance. I could advance something 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there. Yeah, that would be alright. And then 1, 2 there if I wanted to. And then there would be a unit in there for me to be able to trace supply through the unit. We need to make sure this guy's definitely going away. But I mean, come on, Grant. He's dispersed. He's 1 strength. What does disperse do again? Can't move, attack, advance, or receive IP. If all defending units start an attack, disperse. Combat tactics can't be applied. Hits incurred by the attacker are reduced by 1. Unit stack can retreat only 1 hex. Can receive replacements. No extra chip pools, but we don't really need. We're attacking with. Well. Yeah, actually, we're only attacking with 4 chip pools, aren't we? Yeah, these are all just 2-step units. I mean, as long as it retreats 1 hex. I mean, you can't play combat tactics. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just safer leaving that guy there then. Means we don't get a flank attack, but it would be a bit frustrating if... I mean, say we did only budge this guy 1 hex, then we could only advance into there. I can't get an advance into there. what did I say? We had 4, 8, 11, 4. So I mean, you've got 14 to 1 odds, but and he's dispersed. 4 chip pools. We reduce a hit to ourselves, so I'm not worried about any of that, but I still do need to retreat him twice. Oh, no, in fact, that'll eliminate him, won't I? Only need D2. It's a wee bit risky, actually, I feel. Just to get flank attack. Here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave that guy there because, like I said, the only benefit from me going here, it's not that I'm surrounding him and he's going to take a hit on retreat. He's still, it just means he's flanked. So, I mean, obviously, if I draw a flank attack shit, I'm going to be kicking myself. But there still probably is a slight possibility that we only retreat that guy one hex. It's possible. With only 4 chip pools, it is possible. If I just draw daft things like artillery when nobody's played, Right, okay. So I'm just going to leave this guy here instead, and then that way these guys can trace supply through him if it all goes wrong. Now again, yeah, I want to make the attack here first, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I might not make any difference, to be honest, but because this guy, if he does retreat, he's going to have to retreat here, and then either here or here. Yeah, okay, so I'll go with this first. So these guys are attacking. 4, 8, 11, 14 to 1 odds. Okay, D20 time. The D12's not any good anymore. Right, but not that, like I say. I'm pretty sure 91's the highest that you can see. And what did we say? Well, only 4 chip pools. Yeah, it would have nice to have been benefiting from our chip pool from him being dispersed, but that's not what it does. Well, I just read it, didn't I? If all defending units start an attack dispersed, combat tactics can't be applied and hits incurred by attackers are reduced by 1. And then they can only retreat 1 hex. So we only need D2, but it is only 4 chats, so yeah, 14 to 1 odds. Okay, that's nice, but yeah, we need to draw the chats. Right, the cup's full actually because we've not got nothing set aside. Must have replenished last turn. Yeah, well that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna. Well, we've got a minimum. Haven't we? We've got a minimum of 1 then. Right, so minimum of 1, and let's say he doesn't get to play a combat tactic because he's dispersed. So I'll get the minimum 1, and maybe if we get that 71 shit again, that'll be that. Or we could just draw that one. How about that? Okay, some eyebrows maybe getting raised. Come on, guys, you know by now, surely. Yeah, that's a priority side. 8 to 1 or defender not supported. We have 14 to 1 odds. That is an A-1 and a D2. This guy can only retreat 1 hex, so we're not drawing any more chats. He goes retreat once and then he takes a step loss. He's only got 1 step. He's gone. So that was nice. And maybe I shouldn't have been fretting too much about that, but well, yeah. I'll probably be annoyed now if I do draw a flank attack, another attack. But well, that won't be the end of the world, and it would have been horrible if things had went the other way. Right, so we just stop at 1 chip draw, and yeah, he's gone. So how do I go about this then? Well, I now don't really need to advance the guy into there, do I? I feel like I definitely advance one of these 1, 2 to get adjacent to Izium, and I'm pretty sure I want to advance 1, 1, 2 into there. But I might be wanting to come back now. Now remember, we've got to build a trace supply. Yeah, it's fine. We've got a supply map. That's our map edge hits. That one there is the first one of ours. So as long as we can trace, in fact, this road's good for us. But as long as we can trace into that hex, that's fine. Yeah, I think I advance there for 1 and then my second hex advance into there. Because we are going to have a go at that guy definitely next turn. And now if this goes right, all we need is 1 retreat and we get these guys surrounded. They're going to be trace supplied, aren't they? Yeah. Well, that's fine though, because I mean, even look at this guy, I don't think he'll be able to reach Izium, because he needs to go 1, 2 breaking zone of control. Yeah, he can't get to Izium, that pop-off unit. Because that terrain up there, sorry, maybe I wasn't quite showing you that. That terrain through here is horrible. And there's nothing like down this road that could come up and go into Izium. I mean, we do need to get another activation of 40 core come early in the turn to take that, but that'd be a nice wee start to the turn as well, taking our victory point back. Because like I've worked out, if Kharkov falls, that puts them up to 21, which is that magic number, and I want to make sure that they're not on 21 come the start of turn 8. Oh, and another wee thought I had when I was maybe talking a wee bit, getting carried away with myself, because all this nice things were happening up here, thinking about maybe having a victory, still having the chance of victory before the, like possibly after the end of turn 6 or 7 or 8. Well, we need to own Kharkov, so there's going to be an issue with that. Meaning unless we got really lucky and Kharkov stayed throughout the turn. Turn 6, less than 17. We sent at 17 now. We take Izium. We hold on to Kharkov. The one thing I could do, I could chuck an air supply at it, come the start of the turn, get out of isolated status. And that might help. It'd be better to actually keep it. I was thinking about that, because we were talking about using this for it. But you don't see... Well, I'm saying I don't see many cards. That means that we might be able to draw one this turn. I don't think we drew any cards with air supply on them in that turn, did we? Air interdiction, no we didn't. So that surely means we've got a chance of drawing one. Obviously the field marshal's any command event, but yeah, well, if it gave me the chance of winning the game, maybe, yeah, possibly. Right. Okay, so that was our advance, and I don't think we advance infantry. We'll leave the infantry in Savangs, I think, just in case. Or do we? Well, you know what? Yeah, we do, because we could see. We can always move it in if we need the strength to join the battle. And to be honest, we could bring one of these units along, or well, these are going to be joining a battle here anyway. So, okay, right. Well, let's get the other combat done then, Grant. Hang on, I need to plug my phone in. It must have been not charging. I can't actually stretch the charging lead up to there because I've got the tripod in the middle of the table. Right, I should be able to hopefully get this done and dusted anyway. Right, so attack on the other unit. So this is going to be on the 6th Army unit, isn't it? Right, hang on. Okay, so yeah, so we've got 8 strength here, and that's a 3-step unit, so that's 3 chip pools there. 8, 12, so 12 to 2. Bear in mind this guy will draw combat tactics. So 12 to 2, so we've got 6 to 1 odds. and just 4 chip pools. Yeah, so this is where we don't want. Yeah, like I say, a reinforced battle would be nasty. And I'm sure there's some other nasty things that can come up. What is he in? He's in a clear hex. He's infantry. He does have a defender adjacent, so we've not got flank on him, which I'll be annoyed about, obviously. Okay, right. Time for a Soviet combat tactic, though. So here we go. Assault coordination's not going to. No, don't tell me. No, it surely needs to be an attack. Tank brigade, however, that's bad, I think. That's bad. That's going to reduce a hit to them and increase their strength by 1, I want to say. Something like that. Let's have a look. Alright, okay, it doesn't add strength. Tank brigade, increase Soviet combat strength by 2 when attacking. Soviet units in the combat are considered to possess armour if they do not already. Well, I suppose that's bad. Reduce total hits incurred by the Soviets in the combat by 1 when attacking or defending. So, yeah, they're going to get armour and reduce their hits by 1. They don't get to increase strength, though. I thought they did. That must be how it works for us. Panzer Battalion, innit? Yeah, that's right, yeah. So, yeah, not great. So we need, yeah. Okay, well, nothing we can do about it. So, hopefully main thing is no damage to us, I suppose. But I would like to retreat on once, but now I need D2. Well, D2 might retreat them. D2. Yeah, okay. Right, well, it's only 4 chats. We still have 6-1 odds, so that's good. It's a minimum of 2, maximum of 4, so I'll get the minimum 2. Okay, it's along here. City Town Woods, it's the replenished chat. Was hoping for a nice clear in the back, but it's dispersed unsupplied in the back. So that 8-1 chip comes back into the cup. So yeah, well, another 1 minimum at least anyway. Well, yeah, that is a good chip, to be honest. For only having 4 chip pools to get a D2, I know it's a hit to ourselves, but this corps haven't taken a hit yet, so I think with that shit in mind, I think we've got to go for this. Yeah, so I'm going to draw the other 2. Well, I suppose this could have been bad for us if it had been in a town or the woods. It was city or attack not supported on the front, so didn't apply. So right, I'm committed into the 4 now anyway, so I've got to draw this last one. Wow, what a finisher. It's a large attack in the front, and I thought, this could be really good. Look what it is. 6-1. Wow. Yeah, more eyebrows getting raised here, I think. Yeah, that's amazing. It's not enough to eliminate because he's got the reduced hit, I think. Okay, so results are on the chits D4A1. So D4A1, however, tank brigade, reduced total hits incurred by the Soviets in the combat by 1 when attacking. So that takes care of their card and knocks it to 3. Now, if it wasn't for that, we were getting them. We were eliminating him, but I mean, he's going to be in a pretty bad state anyway, and we're going to get the 2 hex retreat, are we? Yeah, we are. So 3 hits to take, and number of hits remaining is greater than the number of steps. So 3 hits, number of steps is 2, so he's going to retreat. He cannot retreat into here or here, so he's got the choice of these 2 hit. Oops, I'd be better showing you that, wouldn't I? I'll zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so this would be zone of control, this would be zone of control. So you can retreat in either of these 2 hexes. Within a retreat priority, Soviet VP hex, not in forward direction. neither are in forward direction. This one is going to be adjacent. This is adjacent to forward direction. Forward direction is that way, this is adjacent. So he won't go there. He'll retreat into here to satisfy the first of the 3 hits. Or the second of the 4 hits, if you like. Now he's still got number of hits remaining is equal to the number of steps, so it's 2 to 2, so he's going to retreat again. He's not got a VP hex. Oh, hang on. We can't retreat here, and he can't retreat here because this would be adjacent to the attack hex. He's got to move 2 hexes away from the attack hex. So it's here or here. So where are we? Soviet VPX, not in forward direction. Well, this is in his primary forward direction. Ooh. Well, that's going from the other hex. Yeah, so he's not going to go that way. He is going to go that way. That satisfies that hit, and then for his last hit, he's going to take a step loss, but he's also going to be dispersed for retreating 2 hexes. So, yeah, I mean, well, it wasn't perfect, but come on, I think it was pretty good. I mean, okay, we're gonna have to take a hit as well. So we've got to take it on a 3-step unit or an armoured unit. So I can keep my 3-step unit, which makes sense, doesn't it? This guy's a 3, drops to a 2. He drops to a 2 as well. So yeah, we're gonna take it on the armoured unit rather than the 3-step unit. Take it on that guy. And that is that. And then advance after combat. Now we can advance into here. We can a second hex advance into here. Remember, because we're following the path of retreat. Yeah, that was a good thing about the guy staying alive. We wouldn't been able to do that if we'd eliminated them. Well, now hang on. Yeah, because I don't really need a unit in here, do I? So, well, what do I leave behind though? Do I leave the 5 strength unit behind? Because definitely when I activate these guys again, I'm going to have a go at this guy because he's going to be out of supply. So I should be able to shimmy things about. Like I say, I'm going to activate them, and yeah. So I think I will leave the 3-step unit behind, and I'll advance this guy 1 into the attacked hex, and then following the path of retreat into there, and then I'll do the same with this guy 1, 2 into there. And then that cuts off these guys as well. Okay, they can trace supply. Yeah, they can. Yeah, there was nothing I could do with that. That's a bit annoying though. That's not just 3 strength though. No, that's 4. Yeah. Well, maybe we've just got to be patient though and just take this guy out. And I mean, I'm saying that if we do get 2 activations in the turn for them, which might not happen because, like I say, there's going to be a limited 1st Panzer Army stuff and Corps Rouse stuff, I think. Yeah. But we do have them surrounded; they can't move, you know. Yeah. Yeah, well, that was a pretty good end to the turn, wasn't it? So that's everybody moved, attacked. Now, all the moves in advance, I can still trace supply from all these units. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, in fact, no, he's not. So he's have to go 1, 2, but then he's on a road that can trace off as well. That's fine, yeah. Okay, good stuff. Right, that would be 40 core activated, but this is the end of the turn, so we don't need to put this up here because And we can activate 40 core next impulse if we want, because we're going to be starting a new turn. This card goes away. Right, okay, let's get the turn finished then. I thought I was maybe going to have to cut though, but I brought the camera back and I can plug it in from there. Because yeah, need a bit of charge. Right, so that's us. We've finished all the impulses. No more cards. Right, okay. Check victory levels. Well, what was it we needed? Less than 15, and we needed to own Kharkov. Yeah, I suppose not far away again, really, because we've still got Kharkov and we're sitting at 17. Okay, 3 victory points out, but it's not greater than 24, so it's not a defeat for us. So that's the main thing. Return all combat chits to the cup. Yeah, we had a replenish just to finish there. Remove disperse and forward support markers. So yeah, so they come away again, the forward support markers. Hopefully we'll place them properly next time. Well, it was just this one we missed. Disperse markers, well this unit just got dispersed, so he's fine. This comes off. These that were pretty much dispersed most of the turn come off. This comes off. We've got one more here. Yeah, he's in trouble, isn't he? He's unable to trade supply as well, isn't he? So, anyway. Is that them all? I think so. Yeah, okay. And then check garrison markers and villages for removal, right, at 15.3. And I glanced at this, just the last part, didn't I, just to see if some of these might be coming away, and I'm like worried about trying to get adjacent to them and then they're just going to fall off. Anyway, during the end of turn phase, if either German or Soviet supply cannot be traced to a garrison marker in a village hex, remove the marker. When making this check, other garrisons not adjacent to German units, so we need to remember that. So these garrisons adjacent to German units do not, but ones that aren't adjacent to German units do possess a zone of control. And garrison markers are not removed from VP hexes at this time. So, okay, so, and I'll do it in the order that you're meant to place them. So, I think it doesn't state it there, but just wondering if it could possibly affect how you remove them. So I'm going to do it in the same order. I think it might on occasion affect it. Okay, I'll just show you the picture there, and I'll maybe press record again when I find something. Okay, this one actually comes off then, doesn't it? Although German supply is traceable to it, we cannot trace Soviet supply to it because it's surrounded. And I know it's adjacent to a German unit anyway, so... well, to be honest, if I hadn't moved the unit up there, I would have been able to trace Soviet supply more than likely, so... it's not that I've done anything wrong there, I don't think. Okay, these two are okay. They can, Soviet supply can trace up through here, and German supply is fine. Same with that one. And I thought this one, well, initially I thought it was going away, and then I thought, well, hang on, it can trace 1, 2, 3, 4, and I thought down onto the road here. Sorry, let me zoom out even further. But although we know this guy's going isolated soon, at this time we're still at the end of the turn, so this is not a supply trace road for the garrison, and he can't get up, because of this unit in here, he can't get up to here either. So I don't think this can trace Soviet supply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it can't get up to there. So yeah, that one's going away. Which again, it was adjacent to German unit, but well, better than going away before I have to activate it. That's even better. Okay, I'll keep looking. Okay, I think this one's the same. It's a bit annoying that they're going away from places that I've put my units though. But maybe if the units weren't there, there wouldn't be, well, not with this case, I think. This is the same one, although it can trace 1, 2, 3 onto the road here. It can't get through this hex, these two hexes here, so, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's only one short of reaching that bit of the road. So, and it can't get up through this gap because of German units, so that one's going away as well. Right, what we got next? Yeah, this is quite nice actually. These are going to go away, and so that unit's going to have done a good job after all. Because at least we're getting rid of these garrisons. Because now, hang on, Grant. No, because all this map edge is German. So even tracing to this road is not any good as well, because it comes up through... Yeah, that's not any good either. Yeah, so it needs to trace up to here, or as we get further along, up to this road. So this one, although it can trace German supply, cannot trace Soviet supply. And the same will go for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, it can't get up to that bit of the road. That's where it needs to reach. It needs to reach here or across there. Yeah. Yeah, because this does even block out, it blocks this hex. If they had a Soviet unit in there, we could go in and then out, but there's not. So that one's going away as well. And my guess is, well, hang on. This one might be able to reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it can reach up to there, and then that road is fine. And German supply, yeah, so that one stays. This one will go away as well. I can't even reach that road actually, so... Well, it probably can. Now we've got Krasnograd. But Soviet supply, not traceable to this one. Next one is up in between that. Oh, there's this guy here. He's alright though. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. Now hang on, German supply. Because remember, this garrison exerts a zone of control. Was that well, no, I've not been concerned with German supply yet. I am now though. German supply, so no, it would have to go 1, and then it's a long road round, isn't it? 2, 3. Yeah, actually, German supply is not going to be traceable to that one. Although this unit's going to be able to trace supply in the supply phase, remember, the garrisons don't do that thing. They're only doing that just now, so that does come away. I left that one up there. Oh no, I didn't get to that one yet. So Soviet supply is fine, but German supply is not traceable to that. You know what? These were the ones that Lawrence picked up, weren't it? Were the ones that were adjacent to this unit at the time. Not adjacent, proximate, sorry, to that unit at the time. So that's why they're kind of looking in a bit of a strange place. So yeah, we cannot get through this gap to trace. No, Izium. If Izium had been taken, however, one. No, I'd need to go right round, and remember it's exerting zone of control, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, because if it could have went up and traced right round to there, that would have... Right, so German supply not traceable to that one, so that comes off. I'm getting rid of a load of them. I'm sure there's some going to come back though, shortly. So next one's this one, and I probably German supply not traceable as well. Soviet supply is fine. Yeah, German supply is not traceable to that. Well, this one's next, so I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no. It's like I've said, this road isn't any good until this guy goes isolated anyway, and he can't reach that road. German supply not a problem, so that comes away. And this is all because of this guy here. Because if he wasn't there, if he was back where he was, which was in there, these would all be able to trace supplies. So I think this is a good thing for us. And then that's, well, the ones up the top, remember, and VP hexes, they don't come off. And so the last one is here. This one is okay. Soviet supply can be traced on this road, German supply can be traced off the map, so that's fine. Yeah, okay. Right, that's it. I think. I hope. Right, what's to finish with? It is not turn 7 yet. No, we're about to move on to turn 6. So advanced turn marker, that is us on turn 6. And I'll flip my activate anyone unit back, and there's nothing in the nothing in the calendar there, which is well, pretty good to see, because we should have 6 German units there, but we managed to get them in a turn early, and the fact there's no Soviet reserves is even better. Okay, well that's that. Well, that's us at an hour, so yeah, I'll just put this up now. Yeah, great finish to the turn. Enjoyed that. Starting to do something now. But my realisation about Kharkov, but you never know, if I got a card in my hand, right, that said air supply, it could, well, it certainly could be tempting. The fact we're sitting outside Izium, right? Now, the victory conditions for turn 6 are to own Kharkov and for the Germans to have less than 17. They're sitting at 17. If I take Izium, that's them down to 16. Yeah, I know that's we've got the whole turn to go through, but where are the serious threats from the Soviets to take more victory points in this turn, apart from Kharkov? You know, I mean, I'm not saying that if I chuck an air supply for Kharkov, it could still fall, and some of you are probably aware of the fact that the chances of it surviving, even if it's in a supply status, are slim. It could well be that's the case. But, you know, and the fact we've never seen any air supply cards in our complete draw pile there, apart from the possibility of running one through the first Panzer Army card, you know, gives us the chance of that. However, what do I do if I draw a 40 core card and an air supply card? Because, well, I've already said nothing can jump into there. And if I activate 40 Panzer Corps, the step into the time, mind you, we've not got in at the start of the turn yet. We maybe need to look at what's going to happen there. Anyway, some things to think about. It's it could still be of interest, but I don't want to do what I had been doing right up until what was at the end of turn 4, try to get the less than 12 victory points, and find myself focused too much on, you know, Kharkov. Though, if I do get an air supply, chuck it in there first thing, unless third tank activate before I get the chance to play it, of course. But, yeah, something to think about. Okay, I'll get away from now and might get back with a bit tonight. I'm not so sure though, to be honest. I'm probably not going to get so much in, and then, like I say, we're going away for the week on Wednesday. And yeah, so that'll be that for a bit. So okay, right, I'll be back when I'm back. Okay, cheers guys.